go over with you today, you need to pay very close attention because your eyes are going to be trying to play tricks on your mind. And if you do focus well, you actually might be able to pick up on some of these illusions before I reveal them to you. This is furniture illusions. The reason I love optical illusions so much is because they play such crazy mind tricks on you. Take this chair, for example. Looks like your ordinary chair, except when I sit on it, the illusion is broken. And you realize that the camera set up at a perfect angle to make that one illusion work, when in reality, when you sit this direction, we've even had to curve the wood and mesh it in a way that, again, it's all about perspective from right over there. So, this next illusion, I'm going to show you how to make a floating, levitating. It's a perfect time to tell you about our sponsor, Ashley Home Store. Thank you for powering the magic in this video. And they have a fun augmented reality app, actually, that works to preview the furniture. So, and you can see what it looks like in your home. You can move it around in 3D. But let's move on to the magic. I'm going to show you how to make this thing float. So this is the chair we're going to use for the levitation. First, I'm going to remove the legs. So now that I've got the legs removed from the chair, I'm going to set it down in the middle of the room. And now, got a levitating chair. Actually, it's just a mirror and some boxes, but still a pretty cool illusion. So this next illusion is created by a designer named Vivian Chow, and I absolutely love this piece. They call it the Infinity Illusion, and you might be wondering what kind of furniture it is. You want to take a guess? Now, if you guessed a chair, you'd be correct, but it's actually 11 chairs. Get this, each piece comes out from the smallest miniature chair all the way to the last chair, which is the 11th. Now, for this next illusion, we need to lose the light. Oh, sweet. So we're in this darker room to show off this next illusion with the 3 chairs. I want you to try to spot the difference between one of these chairs. We have the green chair, the blue chair, and the red chair. Got your selection and reveal in 3, 2, 1. So the blue chair, if you watch it very closely, right now it's doing this weird, like, trippy following the camera motion wherever it goes. And the reason it's doing that is because it's 3D printed and engineered in a way that's actually pointing the opposite direction, so the illusion doesn't break apart until you get to see the other side. Trippy, huh? Let's move on to the next illusion. This is one of my favorite illusions. It's called an anamorphic illusion, and while technically it lies flat on the ground, it's one that comes alive when you line up the camera in the right position. This is called the 3-legged bar stool, and it's originally designed by a guy named Josh Carmody out of Melbourne, Australia. It looks like a 3-legged bar stool, right? But when I put my hand through here, it does this weird thing where the reason it puts my hand in front is because it's got a 4th leg right here. It's all about the design of the perfect perspective. Hey guys, I'm excited to show you some mirror illusions today, but first, let me get ready. Alright, that's better. Now, keep your eyes peeled because things are going to get a little tricky here. Also, just want to say, thanks to Pronamel for sponsoring this video. They help bring some of the illusions to life. Alright, let's get started. We often forget the magic of mirrors. They're kind of like another dimension, but flipped. And then, when you place another mirror across from that, you start to question. Speaking of questions, who wants pizza? So I'm going to give it a little slice, and actually, I guess, so it's just the power of mirrors making the pizza look whole. But there is a little trick. If you take your pizza slicer and you give it a nice flick of the wrist, it's a handy trick to know. Alright, so now it's time for a little game, and it's a simple game because all I want you to do is count how many real tubes of toothpaste you see down here in this scene. And don't be fooled, there is an array of mirrors here. So once you think you have the answer, comment down below. You can see if you're right. If you need more time, just pause the video. But if you're ready, I'm going to reveal the correct answer. It might surprise you. So we've got 1 tube of toothpaste. We have a second. We have a third right over here. And 4. How many of you got that right? And then the last one is actually just a half. So if you guessed 4.5 is your answer, congratulations, you're correct. Now for this next one, I'm going to show how you can always win a game of hide and seek. Okay, the game's already started, so I'm going to make this bigger. Okay, up here will work. Okay, sweet. It worked. Alright, on to the next thing. So I have some illusions here, and the reflections aren't quite what you'd expect. And you may have seen something like this. This is called the ambiguous cylinder. In reality, it appears to be cylindrical, but in the mirror, it's a square. And I'm going to show you how this works with some other original prints that we designed. So this one is really neat. It's actually a smiley face, but in the mirror, he's actually sad or frowning. I'm not quite sure. You let me know what you think. But if I move it around, that kind of gives you a hint to what's going on here with the warping. And now it appears to be the opposite. This next one is my favorite. This is really cool. This is a cow with a UFO over it, and all we need to add is a little beam, picking it up. But if you spin it around, again, you can see the warping as well as now the cow is jumping over the UFO. But I thought the cow jumps over the moon, so I don't know what's going on there. This last one is also really neat. This is an alarm clock, and it actually has a surprise where it's telling 2 different times. And how it works is we've got the red and the green time here. So now you know a mirrored image isn't always a reversed image. And by the way, I have a trick for you. Did you know that if you grab the corner of a mirror just right, it actually pulls it off? Alright, so if you roll this up like this, you can actually see the... Okay, so for this illusion, I'm in a colorful room. Check what happens when I go over here. We've got a black and white filter room. And so, there's zero editing, by the way. You'll notice the furniture is going from color to black and white as we pass by the edges. Look at this. How cool is that? And this is made possible because we have a black and white room over here, a colorful room over here, and put a mirror in the center. It's so trippy. I wish you could see this in real life. It's unbelievable. So that's the filter mirror. This is their power of the magic. I thought I'd use this next illusion to talk about how you can protect your enamel for strong and healthy teeth with pro-enamel. Now, I'm just going to show you. I've got a regular box here. And when you eat acidic foods such as pineapple, or you eat other acidic foods, by the way, if you're wondering, it is empty. If you eat other acidic foods such as oranges, anyway, it can cause enamel loss energy. But brushing twice daily with pro-enamel helps put minerals back into your enamel. This thing is massive.